It's believed to be the oldest European building in what is today the ACT. So my name's Linda Roberts and I'm a counsellor with the local National Trust here. I also work for ACT Heritage, and in that role I help coordinate the Canberra Region Heritage Festival. So this was the dairy, and you can see from the size of the doors, it wasn't that they were all dwarfs back then, but they're about the size for a cow to come through. So there's an entry door here on the western side and an exit door on the southern side here. So obviously the cows would come in, they would be milked and be exited. So it's really only two rooms. In the far room there is like a well, and because you had sort of, I suppose, the water seepage that was around coming down from the hill, it really kept it cool. So it was as good as a refrigerator. So that's where you would have stored cheeses and dairy produce. Behind, so it does slope up here with Mount Pleasant behind, but we have Laverack Road. And so that would have been the main road from Yass through to Queanbeyan. So this was like the McDonald's, okay? So you would pop in here and get yourself some cheese on your way through either way. It's interesting to think that in the mid-1800s, the most common language you'd hear around here would be Gaelic, as well as hearing bagpipes even here. So it was a schoolhouse for a while, because the schoolhouse at St John's Church burnt down, so the children were sent here. So a bit fresh in there for them, but you know, we breed them tough in Canberra. Also had for a time when the Edlingtons came, so they were the last family of dairy folk, but when they first came here they just ran sheep. But with the outbreak of World War II, they were instructed by the government to return it to a dairy because of the need for milk. They did investigations in the 70s, and they could see probably about 3 times that the dairy had been added to or altered in some way. And when you come out here, you'll see bricks or pavers in the ground which show where houses used to be that housed the Edlington and the other dairy families, so we can get an idea of those. But we have had, sadly, the wooden shingle roof has burnt on 2 occasions. And so the wooden shingle roof we have now is from about 2000. There are a few old fruit trees around which would have been planted. You were pretty much self-sufficient back in those days, but really they were able to help with that self-sufficiency with dairy and being able to provide that to the other settlers here in what was a very remote outpost of the colony of New South Wales. It's really important for us to keep building such as this. So we have a grounding, we have a connection, we understand what has happened in the past, and that's what we do during the Heritage Festival. We want to draw attention and celebrate our heritage.